Hi everyone. Now we completed part A of this question here, which is to show that the cosine of 105 degrees is equal to root 2 minus root 6 divided by 2. This is volume recording. So the next part asks us to show that the secant of 105 is equal to minus root a into 1 plus root b, where a and b are to be found. Correct. So let's jump to the second part of the question. Yeah? So, what is secant? What is the relationship between secant and cosine? Here we have cosine of 105 degrees. Now they are giving us secant 105 degrees. What is the relationship between them? The trig identities are actually 6 in number. You must know that. You have sine of theta, cosine of theta, you have the tangent of theta. The tangent of theta is 1 all over the cotangent, cot of theta. These two are the same. The cosine of theta is 1 all over the secant of theta. These are equivalent. The sine of theta is 1 all over the cosecant of theta. So this is the relationship between the trig identities. Just reciprocal of one, you get the other one. So when we see here the cosine of 105, and here they say the secant of 105, they are reciprocals. They are the same. The reciprocal of the one is equal to the other one. That's what they are saying here. So this is what you have here. This is the relationship between the cosine and the secant. Reciprocal, right? Now you know. So what this is asking us to do here is that the cosine or the cosine of 105 degrees is the same as the 1 all over the sec of 105 degrees, according to the trig identities. This is the relationship between these two. But already, we know what the cosine of 105 is. The cosine of 105, here we have to show that the secant, so wants the secant to be at the top. So this, which means the secant of 105 degrees is equals to 1 all over the cosine of 105 degrees. Because we are asked to show that this is equals to this. So want this to be at the denominator, the numerator. So want this to be at the numerator here. Right? So what do we have? We already know that we want to show that the secant of 105 degrees is equals to 1 all over what? We know what the secant, what the cosine is. We just found this. Is root 2 minus root 6 divided by 4. Yeah, that is what you have. Root 2, 1 all over root 2 minus root 6 divided by 4. We found it here, or it's given to us, but we proved it. Right? So what is this one here? You have a denominator here. So this one becomes 4 divided by root 2 minus root 6. This boils down to this. So what do we do next? We have two sorts in the denominator. And we need to simplify this denominator to look something like this one here. So we are going to conjugate the denominator. What does that mean? You now have 4 divided by root 2 minus root 6 times root 2 plus root 6. This is 4 times root 2 plus root 6. This is what we call conjugation. We conjugate this one here by changing the sign, the minus sign here to plus sign, and then we multiply top and bottom by that new number, which carries the plus sign. So that's what we have here. 4 over root 2 minus root 6. This is the original form. 4 over root 2 minus root 6. We have now multiplied top and bottom by root 2 plus root 6 and divide root 2 plus root 6. This one will cancel. This will cancel this. It's 1. So you still have your original equation. This is just to conjugate, to make the denominator, to simplify the denominator, more or less. So now let's expand. When you expand this, here you will get 4. We want it to take this format. So you'll have your 4 into root 2 plus root 6. Now let's go to the bottom. Root 2 times root 2, you get 2. The square root of the square of a number is number itself. When you multiply 2 square root, the square root will just cancel, because you will get root 4. Root 2 times root 2 will get root 4. So root 4 is 2. So now root 2 times plus root 6. So we'll get plus root 2 times plus root 6. You will get plus root 12. Yeah? So now minus root 2, now minus root 6 times root 2. You'll get minus root 12. So now you have minus root 6 times plus root 6. You will get minus 6. So you still have your 4 root 2 plus root 6 all over. You can see that root 12 minus root 12, they will cancel. So what you get here, you'll have 2 minus 6 at the bottom. 2 minus 6. This will cancel this one. So this will give you 4 root 2 plus root 6 all over minus 4. Minus 4. Yeah? So, you know that minus 4 cancels 4. So this will cancel this. At the bottom, you have minus 1. So now it's minus 1 left. So which means your equation now becomes, let me change the ink. can have a brighter one. The equation now becomes minus into root 2 plus root 6. This your equation becomes like this after you finish the cancel. But they want us to put it in this format. They want it to be minus, we've already got our minus, root 2, root a into 1 plus root b. So how do we transform this to this one here? Let me go back to the other side of the board. Right? From here, we'll take it from here. We have minus square root plus 6. And we are looking at this. So we can simplify root 6. This is give us root 2 plus root 2 times root 3. Root 2 times root 3 is root 6. You know that. So we now have root 2 here, root 2 here. So we can factorize root 2. So this will give us minus root 2 into, this now will become 1 here plus root 3. We take the root 2 out, 1 will remain. So now we have arrived at this format wherein they ask us to find a and b. So you can see that now your a here, your a, which is 2, and your b inside the square root, b is 3. So this is your answer. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.